Hello YouTube, welcome to my channel, Lifestyle Aesthetics, where we teach you how to level up consistently over time. Today in the gym, we are going to do a chest and back day. So again, to review my split, I like to do chest and back day, and then focus on legs the next day, shoulders and arms, and then again with legs. So we are going back to our bread and butter, doing weighted pull-ups with a neutral grip. I have lost weight, so I have reached 148 pounds, but I feel like I'm getting stronger with the full range of motion. So what I like to do is follow my old program where I am doing heavy sets first with 90 pounds attached to my weight, to my body, to my waist, and then I will go all the way up and then slowly go back on the way down. So as we get stronger and as we get older, you want to make sure that you don't mess up your joints, your shoulder joints, your elbow joints, but at the same time, if you cannot go as heavy as before, you have to make sure that you go all the way following through the range of motion correctly. So that way you actually build the muscle long term. After we do 2 sets of weighted pull ups, we're going back to weighted dips. As you see here, I'm going in a slow and controlled way. Because I'm still fresh back to doing these weighted dips, I'm not holding it too much at the bottom stretch, but at that bottom stretch is where you feel the contraction and then you slowly go on the way back up. And as you see here, I do 2 loops around the plates in order uh, to make sure that the plates are close to my waist. When you do closer grip weighted dips, of course, it will hit the lower chest and shoulders and triceps, as opposed to doing wider grip dips. It does more emphasis on the lower chest. But I feel like for me, I want to just get back into the rhythm of doing it slow and controlled. So I would prefer doing a closer grip weighted dip. And then after you do your lighter sets, I am doing 1 plate of 45 pounds of weighted chin ups with the neutral grip. So it is the same idea. You want to focus on having the full correct range of motion and doing correct form, having your chin reach up high as to the bar as much as you can, and then just reaching failure. So I've done 6 reps, and then I will tie the weight again to my chain belt, and then do it again for the second set. And again, we want to make sure that you are resting 2 to 3 minutes between the heavier sets, and then 1 to 2 minutes with the lighter sets. So 2 heavy and then 2 lighter sets. So trying to reach failure by doing the full range of motion, holding at the top for a little bit, 1 second, and then slowly releasing my body on the way down on that slow negative. So the weighted pull-ups are superior. It's a good back exercise. Also do works a lot on the bicep and forearms. So same idea with the weighted dips, doing 45 pounds attached to my waist. And since it's a lighter weight, I am holding a contraction on the way down at that pause, a deep stretch, and then I go back up completely all the way through. So it's a movement where you're just following through the rhythm in a slow controlled way. You want to make sure that you're going all the way down as you are going all the way up. So that was the set. And then after that first set, doing my second set here. Again, you want to make sure that your chain is looping around twice on that hole in the plate. So here is my second set. Trying to reach failure. So I feel like as I lost a couple of pounds, my pushing strength is much more stronger compared to my pulling strength. So trying to tweak some things out as I progress in the gym. So that will be my second set. And then just for fun, I wanted to try out 1 arm assisted pull ups with the neutral grip. I'm trying to go slow and controlled, holding at the top. My right arm is much more stronger compared to my left. So when you naturally are like more dominant on one side, that's the stronger arm. So I'm here doing 6 sets, doing 2 finger holds right at the bend of that bar. And then I'm still trying to work on the strength here. So on the left hand side, I started off with doing 2 finger touch on the bend of the bar, but then I kind of like lost strength, and then I was doing 3 finger assisted one arm pull ups. So I did 5 here as opposed to the other side where I did 6. So I need to work more on the left hand side. I feel like I should start on the left first and then on the right hand side. And then we are going to move on to incline bench press. So an incline bench press, I like to put it at a level 2. And I want to keep a closer grip here for incline bench press. Since we have done the weighted dips and the weighted pull-ups first, I am not as fresh on this pressing movement. On other days when I'm doing an incline bench press first, I am doing 80 pounds, but today we're starting off with 65 pounds and then reaching full failure, doing an immediate drop set on the 40 pounds. As you see here, the way I load these up on the bench for myself is that I rest them first on my thighs and then I kick them on the way up. And then when you finish doing that set, you can bring your legs up to make sure that you rest the dumbbells on your thighs and then slowly place them back on the ground. So the trick here is that in order to make sure that my shoulder joints and the ligaments, the tendons don't get damaged too much, I'm doing a 45-degree angle on this incline bench press. So again, on the heaviest set goes first, kicking it up with my thighs as I go back. Here again, we are doing a closer range of motion with the shoulder width apart. I feel it much more in the chest this way here. Um, this is good for just overall strength. This is a good combination to do with the weighted dips after you go heavy. I feel like you should alternate between heavy weighted dips and then another push and back day. You would go bench incline bench press first. I don't do too much on a flat bench. I feel like doing chest flies, the chest press machine, those work my middle chest. I want to focus more on building the upper chest and the lower chest since the middle chest gets worked out by doing both of them. There's just more emphasis on depending on what type of exercise you want to choose. And then we are doing 55 pounds on that last set. So after that, I just basically want to just control the rhythm here. I want to make sure I feel the full contraction on my upper chest. I want to feel the fatigue since my triceps also have been being worked on as well with the heavy weighted dips. Just doing this on the middle weight between 65 and 45 is good enough just to rep out the last few, and I will make my upper chest grow much more. After we do 55 pounds with the incline bench press, I'm doing a superset here. So my body is leaning forward between 30 to 45 degrees to do a pronated grip row for the upper back, the traps, and the rear shoulders. After I do between 8 to 10 reps, reaching full failure, I am doing a Kelso shrug. So I am keeping the bench at a level 2 on the incline, and I'm holding the shrugs at the top and then slowly releasing on the way down. So yes, the upper trap is the most what people see when you do your shrugs. However, you do have your middle traps and your lower traps. So as I become much more strong, I want to keep in mind that my middle and lower traps do not get neglected. So here we go again with the second set, making sure my upper back is nice and strong, trying to keep my body upright as much as I can while I am leaning 30 to 45 degrees. You want to hold at the top for 1 second, feeling that rhythm, slow and controlled, don't go too fast, reaching full failure, and then back again on the incline bench with the Kelso shrugs. So with the Kelso shrugs, I dropped the weight to 15 pounds less than I'm doing on the Pronated Grip Rows. As you see here, the upper middle traps are being targeted here. You want to hold it at the top because at that top part, when you hold it for 1 to 2 seconds, you're gonna feel it a lot. It's gonna force your traps to grow in general. Then we just let it go. Rest for 2 to 3 minutes in between. Don't forget to drink your water. And again, I am going fasted when I go to the gym. It just makes it easier for me to just get up and go. I only drink water in the morning and I fast for 4 to 5 hours when I go to the gym, when I work out. It just helps me to keep a lower body fat, keeps you more focused, and you get used to it. And it just helps you to just have that lean and aesthetic look that we want to try to achieve, as well as building that functional strength. So having low body fat, good for your joints. It makes it easier for your heart to not overwork itself to pump blood and oxygen throughout your body. So this is the third set, just finishing off the last minute touches here for the upper back and middle and upper traps. After we do some rows and Kelso shrugs, I am doing a heavy pec deck fly. So I have gained some strength here. I am doing this on 150 pounds. I haven't really done heavy chest flies in a while. So I'm doing 2 heavy sets and then a third set that's with lighter weight. Here, what you want to do is try to keep your back as straight as you can. You can adjust the seats a little bit higher to make sure that you don't feel awkward as you do the pec deck fly. And your arm should be leaning slightly back, but not too far back so you don't hurt yourself. So right here, just reaching full failure, trying to make sure that I go slow and controlled. So I'm holding at the top for 1 or 2 seconds, and then I'm slowly releasing the weight here as I do the weight here. Trying to make sure that my chest is getting built from this angle. This will work out the entire pec, but mostly emphasize on the middle part of your chest. So we have already done the upper chest and the lower chest, so the pec deck fly just secures that. After I do 2 heavy sets of 150 pounds, I am doing them on 110 pounds, slow and controlled, trying to keep a long pause of, not a long pause, but like a 1 or 2 second pause at the top, slowly releasing it and just reaching full failure. Because it is a lighter weight, you're able to do more reps here. So just repping it out at the last set, with the third set here, making sure that I'm reaching the full contraction, reaching the full range of motion correctly, while not injuring myself as well at the same time. So here we're going to fight for the last rep, and then we are done here with the pec deck fly. So the last exercise will be a reverse grip barbell row, and mixing that up with a dumbbell reverse grip row. So this mainly targets the lower back. So when you do a supinated grip, you want to make sure that you are targeting your lower lats as well, your lower back, because that lower back is not really focused on by many people. So you want to make sure that you guys focus on the lower back. So we just doing 135 pounds since we have already done heavy, and then 40-pound dumbbells to make sure that everything's being hit correctly. Of course, you will hit some other parts of the back as well, but the main focus here is the lower back. Rest for 1 or 2 minutes. Here you go again. You are leaning slightly forward between 30 to 45 degrees. I'm adjusting my position of the hands on the bar. I feel like the wider you go, it is better, more convenient, more comfortable to do these rows. And then just reaching failure from here, and then immediately going back on the dumbbells. So here you have the option of putting your feet together. Here I'm just doing them shoulder width apart, just to keep myself grounded, to make sure that I don't fall. You want to make sure that you're just reaching a full range of motion as you go back. And this is the last set. So here, as you notice, my hand position is much more wider. I feel like this is the most optimal spot for me, since everybody's different, to hit my lower back. And then we just finish it off with the 40-pound dumbbells, reverse grip. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Share the video with all your friends. Want to have a good chest and back day? Comment down below what your favorite exercises are, and I will catch you in the next video.